Exercise bikes never quite felt like outdoor cycling until now. The NordicTrack S22i brings the hills indoors with an impressive incline and decline feature. Welcome to treadmillreviews.com. I'm Kaylee, and today I'm taking a look at the NordicTrack S22i Studio Cycle, one of the coolest stationary bikes. This NordicTrack bike isn't just another spin class bike or Peloton dupe. It combines an incline and decline feature with virtual outdoor training content from iFIT for a whole new experience. The S22i does a good job of recreating the outdoor cycling experience to capture and engage indoor cyclists rather than relying on the high-energy studio-style classes. If you feel a bit overwhelmed by spin classes or digital platforms like Peloton and Echelon, iFIT provides a great alternative. The S22i's smart features like a large touchscreen and Bluetooth speakers deliver an incredible training experience that really needs an iFIT subscription to complete. I'm happy to take a closer look at this bike's performance and build. If you want to learn more about exercise bikes, treadmills, and other fitness equipment, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm always excited to test new equipment to let you know how equipment performs before you make your purchase. If there are products we haven't covered that you want to see us review, leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. The NordicTrack S22i is not just any exercise bike. It has 24 levels of silent magnetic resistance and an incline range of -10% to 20%. And before you think that the incline range is just a gimmick, I was skeptical at first, but the resistance actually increases as you increase the incline and decreases if you decline the bike. So if you crank the incline up to 20% and the resistance up to level 24, you're going to have a much harder ride than if you only increase the resistance. The S22i's flywheel weighs 32 pounds. It's mounted in the front of the bike, and the flywheel weight allows the pedals to turn smoothly and for the magnets to break the flywheel and create that resistance. The NordicTrack S22i's resistance and incline are controlled automatically when you use iFIT's smart training features. If you're training manually, the handlebars also have controls for the resistance and the incline settings. These buttons are conveniently placed for when you are in the third position on the handlebars. These buttons are a bit of a departure from the expected resistance knob found on most indoor cycles, but it works effectively for the type of training the S22i offers. The S22i's impressive features do take up a little more room than the average exercise bike. Its footprint is 61 inches long, 22 inches wide, and 58 inches tall. The steel frame is sturdy and covered by a 10-year warranty. Additionally, the parts are covered for 2 years and labor just for 1. The bike weighs under 200 pounds and is heavy for an exercise bike. You can move the S22i around by tilting it onto its front transport wheels, but be careful when rolling the bike around because the large touchscreen display can make things more difficult. Let's talk handles, pedals, and the saddle. These 3 points of contact on the exercise bike can go a long way toward making or breaking your cycling routine. The handles are bullhorn-shaped with an additional center grip. They're rubberized and comfortable, and they can be adjusted vertically to accommodate different heights, but they cannot be adjusted horizontally. The pedals are hybrid pedals with flat pedals and toe cages. The other side has SPD clips to use with your cycling shoes. The saddle is one of the areas on the S22i that could be improved. It can be substituted for a better saddle, so if you find it as uncomfortable and firm as I do, it's a quick fix. You can also replace the pedals with standard road bike pedals if you prefer. The NordicTrack S22i's incline and decline are definitely the highlights of this bike, and the smart features and training content put them to good use. A touchscreen is a great addition to an exercise bike, and the NordicTrack S22i's 22-inch screen is an excellent size. The The pricier S27i's larger screen is almost too much for how close you sit on the bike or positioned when you rise up out of the saddle. The S22i's size and quality are immersive and engaging, just the right size. The screen can tilt and pivot so you can use it for training off the bike. iFIT provides content for more than just this exercise bike, so it's handy if you store the S22i where you can perform strength or yoga classes nearby. It's not enough to just have a good display. You also need front-facing speakers. The audio quality on this bike is great and loud enough. The console has 2 buttons for controlling the volume, but you can also control the volume on the screen. There are separate controls for the coach and the music, so you can hear more of one or the other. If you want to train quietly, the S22i also supports connecting headphones via Bluetooth. You can also use Bluetooth to pair a heart rate monitor. Your heart rate will appear on the screen to give more insight into your training. While fans are practically standard on treadmills, they are rare on exercise bikes. The S22i is one exception. It has a powerful fan that has an auto function that makes the fan blow more air when you're training hard or slows things down when you do. There are buttons for controlling the fan next to it. You'll find more standard features like 2 water bottle holders at the front of the bike. Then there are the 2 dumbbell holders in front of the handlebars that can hold the 3-pound dumbbells included with your purchase. There's also a small pad between the dumbbell slots where you can place your phone or other small items. The S22i's console and features are pretty generous and work best when paired with a premium iFIT subscription. The NordicTrack S22i is compatible with the iFIT platform, which provides instructor-led classes filmed in locations around the world. The incline and decline feature is designed to replicate the terrain shown on screen as you follow one of iFIT's coaches. The resistance and incline automatically adjust when Smart Adjust is enabled. The resistance and incline make the S22i a great option for cyclists who are looking for a challenge. An iFIT membership lets you get the most out of the S22i since it doesn't have on-screen content without it. While iFIT does have studio classes, I prefer to train with the outdoor classes. iFIT provides more outdoor training, so it's best for cyclists looking for that kind of content rather than indoor studio content. These classes make the S22i unique and puts its features to good use. iFIT also gives you access to classes for off the bike like strength and yoga classes, so I really recommend subscribing if you purchase the NordicTrack S22i bike. You get a 30-day free trial with your purchase if you're a new member. All right, so now I'm cycling on the NordicTrack S22i so you can hear and see a little bit how it performs. I have it at the lowest resistance right now, so it's really quiet, but I'll take it up to a higher resistance so you can see how quiet it remains. So more challenging for me, but not louder. Okay, let's drop it down to that negative 10% decline. You can hear a bit more noise with that motor as it changes its incline, but it's still not too loud. And even though I'm still on a higher resistance, the pedaling has gotten a lot easier. All right, now let's go up to 20% for that maximum incline. I'm gonna have to drop my resistance because it's already getting a lot harder. All right, so there's the top of that incline. It takes a little bit of time to get used to that experience, but it's actually super fun, and I really like how pedaling feels on the S22i. The NordicTrack S22i is a unique studio exercise bike because it has virtual outdoor content and an incline and decline range. The resistance and incline work together to create a challenging ride. The S22i's large touchscreen display, speakers, Bluetooth audio, and even fan create the smart training experience that a lot of you are going to love. The S22i has a few drawbacks. It's not the best for indoor cyclists who don't want to be tied to a subscription. The saddle might need to be replaced with something more comfortable, and the touchscreen gives the bike a larger footprint than lower tech exercise bikes. But overall, the NordicTrack S22i provides a unique training opportunity that will particularly appeal to outdoor cyclists and those put off by studio training. Thanks so much for watching my review of the NordicTrack S22i. If you have any questions about this exercise bike, check out my full written review on treadmillreviews.com. There are also tons of other reviews there for you to check out on exercise bikes and other fitness equipment. It'll be linked in the description. There's also a link for the NordicTrack S22i, so you can check out its current pricing if you're interested. Purchasing a bike through this link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. I'm Kaylee from treadmillreviews.com, and thanks again for watching.